So I finally done it. I finally decided to sit down and record this video. You guys' most favorite question: how did I grow my hair? How did I grow it long, thick, etc.? My hair went from this to this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and a comment, subscribe. So right now my hair is not blow dried. I have threaded it, which I will talk about later. So first of all, I want to say everyone's hair grows. It's all about length retention, which I will teach you guys how to retain your hair so you can get them inches, period. So first of all, prayer actually works. My mum used to tell me every time I'm washing my hair, brushing my hair, putting a product into my hair, she just said, soak your hair in the blood of Jesus. I would do that all the time. All things we always pray and ask God, and there's an unlimited list of things you can ask God for, and hair growth is one of them. My second tip is the heat. You want to reduce the amount of heat you're using on your hair. If you're using a lot of heat, I suggest you cut down. If you're not using too much heat, it's alright, just make sure you cut it down and use low heat if you are going to use heat. But there are other ways to stretch your hair, e.g. threading. I will post a video of that soon, how to thread your hair, and you can get the same results as blow drying your hair, just without the heat. Also another technique to retain length as well. When you use heat, you're forcing your natural texture to become something it is not. You're forcing your curls to become straight, and one day your curls are not going to revert back. My next tip is moisturizing. This is the biggest tip I can actually ever give someone. Whenever someone asks me, I always say this is big. How do you expect your hair to grow and it's just dry all the time? Your hair's not gonna grow. Moisturizing your hair is so important. I recommend using the Loc Method, where you use a leave-in, oil and then conditioner. The oil you use is very important. I cannot specifically give you a certain type of oil to use because everyone's hair is different. Everyone's hair will like an oil that maybe someone else's hair wouldn't. So for example, someone can recommend you to use coconut oil, but me personally, coconut oil does not work that well with my hair. When moisturizing, make sure you're focusing on the tips of your hair, because this is where we want to retain the moisture, retain the length. My next tip also kind of links in with moisturizing, but it's a bit different. So treatments are very important for your hair. You can also take protein treatments, and vitamins can help grow your hair. I suggest doing treatments like the hot oil treatment and the inversion treatment. The inversion works really well with hot oil treatment. So what the inversion treatment is basically you tilt your head over and you just massage your scalp for about 2 or 3 minutes. But when you do it, just slowly get up, because we don't want you to faint. Treatments are very important for your hair because your hair needs protein, which helps to strengthen your hair, make it grow healthy. So make sure your hair follicles become stronger, which will help you retain length. Massaging your scalp is very important because it helps promote hair growth to your scalp. The chemicals you use on your hair is very important because it can stop your hair from growing. I remember when I used to relax my hair did not grow from like here. But after this point, or probably even like there, it didn't grow at all. The chemicals you use on your hair is very important. Dyeing, perming, relaxing, texturizing, all can play a part in stopping hair growth. Shampoos with sulfate, please try to avoid them. Also check what ingredients are in your hair products. Try to avoid things with long chemical names that you know nothing about. Make sure you research the name and make sure it's good for your hair. I do recommend using black owned hair products because they mostly have natural ingredients. It's also good to note that not all chemicals are bad for your hair. There are some chemicals that are good for your hair. I will make a further video which will detail the difference and how you can find the difference between a bad and a good chemical. But for the meantime, when you go to the hair shop, just research what you are buying, what is in the product. Washing your hair is also a very big thing. When you're shampooing your hair, you want to focus on your roots only. You mostly want to focus on your roots because that is where all your build up from all your products. The reason I'm saying to only shampoo your roots is because when you shampoo, it strips all your natural oils which you need. Use your fingertips and not your nails so you're not scratching out your hair follicle. It is very good to wash your hair because it helps remove bacteria, unclogs your pores. Try wash your hair at least once a week, once every 2 weeks maximum. Try your best to just wash your hair all the time. Don't go like 2 months without washing your hair unless your hair is in a protective style, but there are still ways to wash your hair while it's in the protective style and also keep it neat. When you wash your head, I don't recommend you air dry it. I recommend you tie it up. This avoids shrinkage and matting because that whole process of detangling your hair after will cause so much shedding that could be avoided by just simply braiding up your hair after you finish washing it. I will also make a video showing you how I wash my hair, because I feel like the way that I've learned to do it right now has helped me save a lot of length, because now I'm no longer ripping out 20,000 strands of hair. I just have a little bit of shedding at most. You also want to find the products that are right for you. So like I said, someone can use an oil, but that same oil might not work on your hair. You need to find what oil works best for you. I will put a list of different types of oils, what they do for your hair. So next time you go hair shop, just pick one out, test it, see if it works. If it doesn't work, move on to the next. I do not recommend continuing to use a product when your hair does not like it. When your hair is telling you it doesn't like this product, just throw it away. Give it to someone else. Maybe you have a friend that's natural and maybe the product will work better for her. Don't become a product junkie. You don't need to buy every single product in the world. You don't need 10 different leave-ins if one is already working very well for you. Protective styling will be your best friend but also your enemy. You don't want to do too many protective styling. It is good to keep your ends tucked away, keep your hair tucked away from you, so you don't over manipulate your hair. That's also a big thing. You don't want to over manipulate your hair. So if your hair is out, try avoid doing too many hairstyles. So don't do wash and go one day, a bun the next day, slick back the next day, a braid out the next day, back to a bun, back to a slick back, braids, then a wig. Just keep it cute and simple. I do recommend keeping your hair stretched majority of the time. So this could be just braiding your hair up, then you take it out, that's your braid out, put in a little bun, keep the bun for a whole week. Don't do too much with it. Try not to leave your hair out too much and try not to over manipulate your hair. With me, when I was growing my hair would always be in like 2 little K-noise and then a bun, and then that was me for the week. Or sometimes I would like K-note all the front and put in a little bun. I used to love buns, still love buns, but I don't do buns as much anymore. You don't want to over manipulate your hair too much because you will cause strands of hair to drop off. If you are going to do protective styling, make sure you're also making sure you're oiling your hair, making sure your hair is well taken care of underneath whatever style you're doing. So say you're doing a wig, make sure your hair is oiled up, conditioned up, it's moisturized, then you put on your wig. Don't just blow dry it or thread it and then slap it under a wig. Your hair will not like this. Your hair does still need moisture even though it's in a protective style. My next tip is making sure diet is right. Make sure you're eating healthy, drinking a lot of water. Caffeine is very bad for hair growth. If you drink a lot of caffeine, try to cut down a little bit, drink some more water. Same way water can help make your skin clearer, it can also make your hair follicles stronger, hair strands stronger, and in turn you will retain length. When detangling your hair, make sure your hair is wet, because when you do it dry it just breaks off lots and lots of strands. So make sure your hair is wet. Make sure you detangle in sections, especially if your hair is more coilier and kinkier. Try avoid touching your hair too much, so try keep your hands out of your hair. Keeping your hands in your hair can just cause balding and make your hair shed way more than it should. Be patient. Don't focus on other people's hair growth. Just because this person's hair has grown in 2 years doesn't mean your hair will. Your hair could grow quicker or take longer, but just focus on your own hair growth. Finding out the porosity of your hair is very important because this can help you retain length, because you will know what your hair likes and what your hair wants. Get a glass of water and a piece of your freshly washed hair. So you can do this after you freshly washed your hair and you have a bit of shedding. You just drop it into a cup of water and you watch to see how your hair behaves. If your hair sinks slowly, you have normal porosity. If your hair floats, you have low porosity. And if your hair very quickly just sinks to the bottom, you have high porosity. For high porosity hair, this means your hair is very dry. It absorbs moisture too fast but doesn't hold on to it. So you'll find yourself moisturizing your hair for maybe even hours, and then an hour goes by and your hair just feels dry and brittle. To help solve this, you can do protein treatment. Try sealing with butters and oils instead of water-based product. If you have low porosity hair, this means your hair does not absorb moisture. The product will just sit on your hair and your hair dries very, very slowly. For this, I suggest to deep condition, try to pre-poo, and use satin when you're going to sleep. For medium porosity hair, try to avoid damaging your hair and don't overuse products because you don't want your hair to become low or high. Just keep it where you're at right now. Another thing you need to consider when growing out your hair is to be consistent. So whatever product you're using, whatever method you're using, just be consistent doing it. If every time you wash your hair you do a braid out and it's working for you, your length is retaining, just keep doing the same braid out. So that is all the tips I have for you today. Just be patient, be consistent, and moisturize and pray up. Thank you for watching this video. Put a like and a comment if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe. I have many videos coming for you guys. I will definitely do more tips and hacks to help retain length. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.